Righty, we are back. Raiders franchise, the season 3 offseason, the offseason that's going to take us into season 4, obviously. Welcome back. Quickly recapping last episode, there's actually not much to recap since we made it to the Super Bowl. So we don't have to go through all the other weeks and all that, just the one, where as you can see, we unfortunately lost 31-24 to the Eagles. In a game where at halftime we led 24-7, failed to score a single point in the second half. Eagles obviously scored 24 unanswered to take the lead and the win. So very unfortunate, but well, now that you're all caught up, we didn't have any major awards. We had Ashton Jeanty win best running back. He unfortunately, with his record-breaking season, did not win Offensive Player of the Year or MVP. That went to Joe Burrow, who broke the single season passing record, throwing for almost 6,000 yards, over 1,000 more than second place. And then getting Offensive Player of the Year was Jamar Chase, as you see, breaking the single season receiving record, falling just short of 1,000 or 2,000 yards. So unfortunately for us, 3 people broke records this season. And, well, unfortunately for Ashton Jeanty, he was the one who did not get the award. So it sucks, but I mean, we got to move on. We won't forget that historic season, obviously the most rushing yards in a season for us and the whole entire NFL. So hopefully, that doesn't get broken, or if it does, it's by Ashton Jeanty. But without any more delay, showing off the roster, then we're going to go into our negotiation show, who we have to re-sign if we, don't have to re-sign. But this is the said roster currently. Will Levis at quarterback, he is a free agent. And little spoiler, he played horrible in the Super Bowl, throwing it was either 2 or 3 interceptions. So we have no interest in bringing him back. At least now, maybe he's someone we bring back during free agency. But I feel like I'd much rather roll with a guy like Wes Agnew, not John Mellon, or Bradley Feldman, I believe his name is. See, what they have potentially. But this is our offense. Looking at free agency on this side, I don't think we actually have any besides Will Levis. Maybe DJ Glaze. I can't remember if we've re-signed him or not. There is also Albert Okwuegbunam. He's our tight end. He was our tight end free this year. Looks like Mateo Francisco, with the season being ended, is off the practice squad. He is higher rated, so we're obviously not going to re-sign Albert O. Unfortunately, he had a pretty good season. Filled in as our fullback, but don't really need him. Defense, this is where we have a few players. Our D tackles, I believe Jonah Leu might be a free agent. Leaky Fotu for sure is. Eric Stokes for sure is. Tyree Wilson for sure is. DeCameron Richardson, our other cornerback, for sure is. Terrell Edmonds, our strong safety free. Not very important, but he is. I believe Devin White, our backup linebacker, free agent. So decisions there. And I believe both our kicker and our punter, I could be wrong, and long snapper, I believe. I believe all 3 of them, maybe not AJ Cole now that I'm thinking about it, are free agents. So a lot of starters we have to replace. We do have plenty of cap space though, $146 million that we can spend. So, I mean, even if we aren't able to re-sign these guys, we could make a trade for, a good player for sure and be able to afford it. We also do have multiple first round picks. That's something we haven't been able to say so far this season. We obviously are able to now. We have Washington's first round pick, which is 14th overall. And in a class where there are 7 quarterbacks with a round 1 projection, obviously I know that that isn't true. I'll show you guys after we do, the re-signs and stuff. So yeah. And then we have a bunch of second round picks. 2 of Buffalo and ours. Unfortunately, Buffalo made it to the AFC Championship game where we actually beat them. So very bad pick for that. Denver, on the other hand, with their third round pick, finished as the second to worst team. So very good third round pick. And then we do have Washington's 7th round pick as well. So we have, what is that? 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 picks. with most of our extra picks being in the first 2 days, we have a big chance to, get some game changers. And, well, hopefully we're able to. Evie, stop it. Oh, never mind. Plus, she's biting the carpet. I apologize for yelling at my dog. Please don't get mad at me. Okay, for free agents we want to potentially re-sign. DJ Glaze is definitely a very iffy guy because we actually had Charles Grant and DJ Glaze, by the way, late into the regular season, got injured. Wasn't season ending. He could have came back for a Super Bowl. However, we decided to shut him down for a season. We had Charles Grant come over from backup left tackle and play right tackle, and he actually filled in crazy well. So definitely, a bit of an issue because DJ Glaze, before, the injury, was a for sure re-sign guy. But after that, Charles Grant, he moves over. He played amazing. Kind of throws a wrench into the plans. Like, well, do we want to re-sign him? Because then we go back to not giving Charles Grant any playing time. And after he just played, I mean, it's kind of hard to say that. But Tyree Wilson, he's unfortunately someone where even though he had a phenomenal year, he is going to be someone I'm going to let walk. I know sometimes it's like, oh, I'll sign him and trade him. But no. I want him to go get his bag in free agency. I want him to be able to choose his team rather than us trading him. So it's that simple. I mean, we drafted Jarius easily in the second round this year. We obviously want him to play. We could extend Tyree Wilson, but that would mean that's another 2 years that Jarius easily isn't playing. And I don't know if I'm willing to do that. Eric Stokes, on the other hand, is someone I actually think I'm going to try and re-sign and trade away. Obviously, we have Isaac Ford, who is going into his third year now, 4th-round pick. He's played pretty solid. Not obviously, cornerback 1 level, but I think he's a very good cornerback 3. I don't know, maybe about cornerback 2. I'm hoping that's what Kalen Robinson, who is our superstar cornerback. He was undrafted. Hopefully he's able to play well. So I think Eric Stokes would probably be someone I'd look to sign and trade. He has obviously a lot of interest to return. It just kind of sucks for him. Same thing with Ty Wilson. If this was any other year, if we didn't have their replacement ready, they probably would get re-signed. Jonah Leilua, unfortunately for him, D-tackle, not willing to spend $10 million for a guy who isn't going to start for us, so he is going to be gone. Cameron Richardson, very cheap contract. I'm actually not opposed to bringing him back for this cheap contract. We'll go ahead and just offer him a 1-year, $2.6 million deal. He is going to re-sign. Maybe he's a guy who makes the team. Maybe he isn't. Who knows? Dylan Parham, unfortunately, same thing for him. Very expensive for a backup now. He's not going to get re-signed. Tommy Eichenberg, haven't really liked him at all. Not going to re-sign him. Will Levis, not going to re-sign. It was a great 1-year experiment. He played good as a game manager. That's what we needed him to be, and he played well for that role. However, with us having 2 first-round picks, I would like to get our quarterback of the future. And unfortunately for Will Levis, no matter how well he did lose to Super Bowl. He is not our quarterback of the future. Leaky Fotu, same thing as Jonah Leilua, no longer starting. No point in bringing him back for, nearly $10 million. Devin White, very cheap contract. I'm definitely not opposed to bringing him back just for now. See if, he might be a guy who makes the roster, might not. Who knows? Albert O, unfortunately for him, he is very cheap, but I think it's time for Mateo Francisco to get some reps. And unfortunately for that, that means you're going to be gone. Terrell Edmonds, I think we can do better in the draft. Not going to bring you back. Jacob Bobenmeyer and Daniel Carlson, both looking for contract extensions. Very difficult. We could bring him back. I think we do offer Daniel Carlson. He played really well. I know he was a guy who early on, I was like, he needs to be gone, but ultimately, I think he's earned his worth. And Jacob Bobenmeyer, I think, it's nice to have a familiar face around. 1 year, $2 million deal. Bring him back for 1 more year. Keep that special teams unit together for at least 1 more year. They are aging, so we are going to have to look off of them here pretty soon. But they'll get another year, assuming they play well, and we don't look to move on from midseason. That is our re-signs done. besides Eric Stokes, we're going to quickly go ahead and offer him. We'll give you a $1 year, $5 million deal. He's going to re-sign, but I don't think we're going to re-sign him. DJ Glaze, I think it's kind of the same way. Even if we re-signed him, I think he would be on a constant, hot seat with how well Charles Grant played. And I'm not willing to, sign and trade him. I think it'd be smart to, let him go to wherever he'd like. So that is going to be the people we re-sign. Looking at our approval, by the way, 97% media, 99% players. Everyone else is 100%. Obviously, the big one going into this year was fans. We were doing well. We were making the playoffs. However, we hadn't won a playoff game up until that point. This season, obviously, we did get that playoff win. We went all the way to the Super Bowl, and the fans were like, okay, that's good enough for us. Which, thank you, fans. I appreciate it. We're going to go ahead and advance to next week. We're going to first take a look at the class, then before probably negotiating for anyone, we're probably actually going to sign guys first and then look to trade Eric Stokes away. So Jahmyr Gibbs, 98 overall. This is a very good start to the class. And Aiden Hutchinson, both Lions players. It looks like the Lions, unfortunately for them, ran out of money, aren't able to bring these guys back. I obviously know who would be a really good signing for us, and that would be Aiden Hutchinson. But then you also have players who we could definitely go after in Quinyon Mitchell and Cooper DeJean. Both very good. Definitely not Cooper DeJean, not the youngest, but $24 million a year. Definitely not gonna say never to that. But we're actually gonna quickly take a look at our team, see what position, if any, we should really go after. Maybe we could save our money. Wes Agnew obviously getting the current start. We're gonna go ahead and move Bradley Feldman up to that quarterback 2 spot. Sorry, John Mellon, but I don't think you're ever going to be that guy. Other things we're going to do is we're going to move Sergio Lowell up ahead of, is it Brett Bunkley? Yes. Sorry, Brett Bunkley, but I want to get Sergio Lowell involved some more. And then looking at everything else, I think we are good. I think the team looks the way I want them to. Pretty much everyone important now is getting their snaps. Our big concern now is we did lose all of our backup linemen in Dylan Parham and, DJ Glaze. So we're definitely going to want to get some guys to be backups there. No offense to Nate Sellers, but probably not going to be that guy. Then looking at the defense, pretty good. Like I said, Eric Stokes is probably going to be gone. Definitely want to get another corner. We could actually sign a really good cornerback in DeJean or Mitchell. But, however, I think we would probably benefit from getting just a good cornerback for it. Because no offense to Cameron Richardson, he is not a cornerback for it. He is a good special teams player. He is not good at anything else. Jonathan Culp is injured. I was wondering why he wasn't starting. We have some... Look at this. Oh, Cameron Mills. I forgot our morale's boosting. I was like, we have a good backup there. And no, we don't. So we definitely could use another D tackle as well. But I think our defense is pretty good depth-wise. Really, like I said, just get that D tackle depth for defense. Offense, we probably will want to get that O-line depth. Save our money where we can. We're obviously a very young team. We're going to have a lot of contracts here soon that we're going to have to pay. And the issue with being young is those players are, only going to get better and they're only going to want more money. But we could definitely get a good corner here. We could go after potentially Quinyon Mitchell. I am definitely not opposed to this. But I think we're going to wait just a bit on him. Definitely want to see, what the other guys out there are going for. So I think, obviously, our most important position is maybe D tackle. Get someone who's in probably the mid-70s. We could honestly bring back Jonah Lelu. Very expensive, but we could. We could also bring in a guy like Deion Walker. Derek Noddy maybe as a rental guy while we draft some guys. Looks like all these D tackles fit our scheme fits, so we could actually probably go even lower down. But I mean, they're all the same. They're $9 million a year. They're all 73 overall. Where was our other guy? Leaky Fotu. Hmm. See, Jonah Lewu is way younger. I think Leaky Fotu is probably going to be the guy we go after. We know he's obviously good with us. He is interested in us. Leaky Fotu, welcome back. If assuming you sign, because for Jonah Lewu, I mean, he's only 28, 75 overall. He could definitely, maybe not start, but he could be that D tackle free for a lot of teams. He's obviously, like I said, he's been good for us. Could be a scheme thing. Who knows? Meanwhile, a guy like Leaky Fotu, I feel like, his best days have probably passed him. So, just in my opinion, makes sense. But there is actually a good amount of corners available that we could go after. We don't necessarily have to go after them. There's a guy like Max Melton we could go after who's a bit younger. Obviously, Cooper DeJean is very interested in us. I mean, his interest is through the roof, but obviously, Quinion Mitchell is just, this is a difference maker. This is a guy who, even if you don't need him, you are going to want him. And I don't need him, but boy, oh boy, do I want him. $98 million over 4 years. That would put us tied for the number one offer. Or we could go after Cooper DeJean, a guy who only has one offer. He kind of have a way better chance. Decisions. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead. We're going to look at some O-line depth. Probably want guys in the low 70s. Young guys. I mean, right here, Max Figpen is a really good option. He's a scheme fit as well. We're going to go ahead offer him, in my opinion, let's go 2-year, $6 million. Okay, so we got a guard, and we probably will also want a tackle. Probably not going to be nearly as many young guys. We do have a very young guy down here. Is a scheme fit. Carlos Santos. I mean, he's interested. Pretty much 3-year, $4 million. Definitely down to do that. Go ahead, offer on both of them. And that pretty much now leaves just the important question. Maybe we go after a backup edge as well. We did just lose our guy. And a bit different for this guy. I think we're probably going to want, a veteran. Patrick Jones definitely fits that role. But then again, we also do have Max Crosby who we can learn off of. I mean, oh my goodness, these edge rushers are ridiculously expensive. I'm actually probably leaning towards like Victor D. That's what we'll call him. I do like Patrick Jones a lot, but for 1 million less, granted 3 overalls less as well. Patrick Jones, you know what? We have the money. 1 year, $8 million. If you'd like to sign, you can. Okay, so this obviously now is what we're going with, the top 5. The big question is, however, do we stick with Quinion Mitchell, or are we going to decide maybe we want to go for Cooper DeJean? With how good we just did, we won a Super Bowl. Granted, we are the 5th best offer. We are tied for all these other teams. I reckon We go ahead. We see if you'd like to sign. But we do get everyone signed. Everyone, well, that doesn't mean to us. That just means they signed a contract. And we get everyone except Cooper DeJean. He ends up going to Indianapolis. And Cooper DeJean, he ends up signing with Atlanta. That's loyalty right there. I mean, they were the team who offered him. We should have. We still can get someone. Don't worry. We could get maybe an aging veteran and a guy like Carlton Davis. He's a scheme fit. He's very interested to be on this team. Max Jones, obviously a younger guy if we want to get him. However, I do want to quickly just check the lineup. See what overall our corners are. Our bottom guy, Kalen Robinson, is a 75. Isaac Ford, 77. Did Aiden Hutch? Oh, he signed with the Titans. That blew. I was like, did he go back to the Lions? Steelers get Jahmyr Gibbs. That's interesting. Titans, obviously, we just mentioned. Buda Baker goes to the Saints. Kuba Jean Falcons. Jonathan Allen to the Colts. Go ahead and check out some guys signed. Mel Dean to the Dolphins. Roger Rosengarten to the Browns. Tyree Wilson goes to the Commanders. Kingsley Suamatea goes to the Browns. Trey Tucker, our former receiver, he ends up going to the Buccaneers. Tyrese Knight to the Vikings. Kenneth Murray to the Falcons. We're basically just now going to scroll if not that many players actually signed. Really concerning. Maybe a lot of teams don't have the money to do it. The teams who did probably just spent a good chunk of their budget, like, Jahmyr Gibbs, Aiden Hutchinson, Cooper DeJean, Quentin Mitchell. I mean, we're like the Falcons were really one of the big spenders, and yeah. So I definitely think we're gonna want to go after an experienced cornerback. Huey Ringo would be a good guy for that. Jacorian Bennett, maybe. Anyone down here? Not only a scheme fit, but also interested. Bryce Hall, maybe. Kytrell Clark. I reckon we go for Kytrell Clark. 1 year, $2.5 million. Nothing special. What I did forget to check actually is the quarterback class. Will it's bad when Will Levis is leading the way. Him and Tyler Shuck tied, or excuse me, Spencer Rattler, Tyler Shuck I was looking at. This class is so bad. Why not? Yeah, I'm just going to stick with who I got. So there we go. Those are pretty much all the signings I really want to go after. Nice little class, maybe. I'm a big scheme fit guy, and unfortunately for a lot of these guys, they just don't fit my scheme. Max Melton, I mean, I so want to go after him, but maybe we look at another receiver as well. Monte Lynn is going to be a free agent. Dante Ford going to be a free agent. Jack Besh going to be a free agent. Maybe we look to get someone kind of experienced. A guy like Traylon Burks would be perfect. Experienced in a sense, but not a permanent option. But however, I think we're going to stay put with who we have. unless you want to go like really down. Because I ultimately want someone like I like Von Hill a lot. I want to see him play. So I reckon we literally just have our one signing. We could actually maybe check like kickers and long snappers. So there is actually a young long snapper we could go after. But I ultimately don't think it's going to be worth it. I think we just stick with our guy. And then kicker. Could get a young guy in Cam Little, but I mean, it feels wrong to move on from Daniel Carlson. All right, so we go ahead and we offer Kytrell Clark. And there he is. He's going to sign his deal with us. We lock down our cornerback room. Oh, I'm sorry, Evie. I stepped on her ball. She was sleeping and now she wants to play. Oh, boy. And I reckon that is probably going to be good enough for us. We're going to go ahead and now go to our trade center. And we're going to look to send away. There he is. I don't know why I couldn't find him. Eric Stokes. I don't think we're going to get very good offers, but I mean, this is a good one right here. 6th, 7th, and a left guard, young left guard maybe. Come on, Evie, go get it. The issue is that is the Chargers. Do we want to send him to the Chargers? I don't think we do. I think we are going to intentionally want the worst offer. Well, not the worst offer, but I think we're going to accept a worse offer from a better team because, no offense to Eric Stokes, I know he is not going to want to, play against us. I mean, look at his scheme fit, or his interest. He loves us, and I don't want to destroy that. I don't want him to be like, so you traded me to a division rival, and that hatred is going to be, woo, through the roof probably. So that means I'm leaning towards Najee Denard and the Rams. Or we could get a 5th and 7th for Carlos Priestley. But I ultimately like the idea of having a good center that we can rely on. We're going to trade with the Rams. He stays pretty close to the area, only moving a state over from Vegas to California. Well, Vegas is not a state. Nevada, excuse me. So, yeah, I think that's pretty much our moves done. Breaking, Laramie Tunsil has signed with the Browns. Okay. We trade Eric Stokes. I didn't think it'd be a very good trade. He's a very solid corner, but he's 29. He really has a year, maybe two left in the tank where he is going to be, that cornerback that cornerback 2, cornerback 3 you can rely on. I didn't see, us ultimately going after him like that. I didn't see any teams willing to, do big picks for him. And that's not a bad thing. Giving him to the Rams, I mean, I want a place he's going to be able to play. They're in a good spot. They got their young quarterback of the future, I assume. I mean, if I'm the Rams, I'm hoping, that Zaire Clements is the answer. DJ Glaze signed with the Colts. Congrats to you. Doesn't look like any of the D tackles got signed. That's fine. Sorry, I've just been scrolling. I haven't even been paying attention to the teams that signed him. Chiefs, they get Xavier Rhodes. Not the cornerback, but oh my goodness. Superstar 23-year-old Granted, only 70 overall, but oh, is that really our only divisional signing? It is, bro. Wow. So our division playing it very cautious. No one going after anyone really. We could potentially use a different running back. I know Jerome Ford, he didn't play amazing, not terrible. I definitely think we do give him another chance though. I think with everything else though, I do think we are in a good spot. We might just elect to roll with the team we have now and look forward to the draft. Why is John Mellon the highest guy? John Mellon, quite literally, is not going to play for us. I mean, he's a good pick. Don't get me wrong, very good value at where he was drafted. But who is this? Rafael Davis, sure. I mean, we have 4 good receivers. Hopefully, 5 if Von Hill can develop. But yeah, unfortunately for Cameron Richardson, I mean, I do think Kytrell Clark is going to get the nod over him. Looking at D tackles, Eddie Kirkman obviously played a major. Jared Frazier. Tonka Hemingway. I mean, he's going to be going into a contract year. It looks like Leaky Fotu is actually going to get the start for us. Well, he's not because Jonathan Culp's injured. So we have a good room. Looking at everything else, obviously defense looks good now. Maybe we want to get another like Mike or Will because it isn't looking the greatest if one of them gets injured. And then offense, I do think we did a really good job in getting that replaced. So yeah, what does that leave? That leaves, I just said it. Mike or Will. Sign some guys, maybe not going to be the greatest. Just some guys we know can play the position that we're going to, ask them to. Maybe get some experience. Definitely not for Mike, though. We have great experience there. Maybe get a young guy who can look to develop, like DeAndre Hughes. I mean, he's right here. Offer him a 2-year, $3 million. Not a great offer, but I mean, not a great player. I'll say it. And definitely want some experience here. Maybe a guy like D. Winters, we know definitely is an experienced player. Gonna ask for 1 year, $2 million deal. I'm more than happy giving him that. Welcome to the team, D. Winters, assuming you accept. D. Winters is here. DeAndre Hughes is here. All right, we get our guys. I think we are officially ready to go to the draft. Let's actually check our mock draft 5 first, though. See who we're projected to take, because it's fun. Cornerback Chad Lauderdale. Probably not. I mean, round 1 through 2 talent, round 2 through 3 projection. Most likely not. Never say never, obviously. And then G.A. Wiener. J.D. Wiener. What a name. I said DJ, didn't I? J.D. Wiener. Looks like a really good player. Definitely not going to rule that one out. He is an edge player. Could potentially be the Max Crosby replacement. Obviously, Crosby is getting up there in age. And that's one thing of age. It never stops until you stop and, well, you're dead. Which sucks. Go ahead, advance one final time. Save our cap space. We're going to end up with, it says 110 million still. I find that hard to believe. We actually do still have it. We're going to look at signed. Go ahead, scroll through anyone who interests us. Maybe signs to a division foe or obviously a player that we were eyeing. Max Mellon goes to the Saints. Traylon Burks goes to the Rams. Like I said, someone who I definitely was interested in. Probably if he would have been here next year, would have like if this was a like next year, I like 100% probably would have offered him. But just a year early, unfortunately for him. Oh, R.I.P. Man, that stinks to see. He lives on in Madden though. But no, I'm not going to change that in case you're asking. Xavier Rhodes, we already talked about, but wow, literally, we're down to the 60, like, we're in the 60 overalls now. And we've had one signing from division row. Finally, Cody Holiday, Mike linebacker, signs a 1-year deal with the Broncos for less than $1 million. That's it. The Chiefs signed 170 overall guy. Granted, superstar Dev, really young, has a chance to turn into something. But the Broncos, their guy, really young, 68, normal Dev, probably just looking at a really good backup. Maybe he gets a start after like a few years, probably like 3 years. But yeah. Oh, I never talked about our quarterbacks. We'll go ahead and show these off. There is one quarterback who really lives up to the expectations. Two, maybe Rashad Jackson. But we're looking at Chandler Bayless, obviously. He is by far the best quarterback. Maybe we go a guy like Chad Hogan if he falls to us. For everyone else, round 3 through 4, 3 through 4, 3 through 4, all 3 through 4. And this is a time where we really can't afford to not get a quarterback. So we are definitely going to be interested in moving up. This is like, I'm not joking. He's ranked 11. We pick at number 10. Or not, excuse me. That's where he's gone up 10 spots. Okay. Excuse me. We pick at 14. I'm hoping we can trade up and maybe give away like a second or third round pick. Maybe a bit more probably because it is a top 10 pick, obviously. And we can go get this guy. Hopefully he's our quarterback of the future. Hopefully the other teams don't know him as nearly as well as we do. But I'm cool falling on Chad Hogan or Rashad Jackson if, need be, assuming, if the actual talent goes in order. Last thing I want, though, is to end up stuck with a round 3 before guy like Antoine Levy, who, granted, scheme fit. Riley Davis, scheme fit. Lamont Gould and Bryson Brown. So, yeah. But for us, what position should we go after for this? Probably edge. I'm going to be honest. Probably want to get a good edge rusher. We already know a few of them. We obviously can't. We could select a day free guy. The big risk if we do. We're gonna do the speed rusher. Donald Taft. And yeah, there we go. Gonna go ahead and advance to the draft. Get this thing underway. Big opportunity for us. We're obviously going to watch every pick of this first round go by because, we kind of want to get a good player. And we're going to start with the New York Jets with the first pick of whatever year draft, the 2020 NFL draft, it literally says, the New York Jets select left tackle Seth Austin. Looks like the Jets have their quarterback. I don't know who needs quarterback. I'm probably going to have to definitely check that. I'm sorry, Evie. I just woke you up. Obviously, the Jets decide, probably not us. Oops. So we're going to start, obviously, by looking at the Bears in alphabetical order. Caleb Williams. Yeah, enough said. Joe Burrow. He is definitely getting up there in age. 2 years left. Could take a quarterback, but ultimately with how well they did, I don't think they would. Could take a guy, maybe develop. I Don't think they're going to. However, our first-round pick is better than our Washington one, I should say. So don't even have to worry about them unless they trade up, which I don't think computers can do. I think that'd be really cool, though, EA, if they could. Josh Allen, looks like he's going to be solidified by the Bills. Bo Nix, no. Dylan Gabriel, Shedeur Sanders. This is a team who I definitely think is going to be looking for a quarterback. Unless they want to roll with one of these guys, see what they have. No way. Baker Mayfield, definitely on the table. He is only getting older. 2 years left. Maybe not this year, but they should be a team who are in the market here soon. So if a guy falls to them, definitely wouldn't be surprised. Kyler Murray, same thing. Maybe, unless you think Aiden Kramer is your future. Obviously, don't know what they think about that. Second round pick, definitely not going to rule it out, but I mean, if I'm the Cardinals, I'm probably not going to take one quite yet. Chargers, Justin Herbert, probably not. Patrick Mahomes, probably not. Marcus Toll, probably not. Commanders, Jane Daniels, well, they don't even have a pick. Dak Prescott, definitely looking at that with him getting older. What do you think? Will Henry's going to be that guy, but Star Dev. Tua, 1 year left. Definitely looking at the possibility of that. Jalen Hurts, 1 year left. Definitely I would say probably not, but they're probably like one of those teams where I would not rule them out either. Falcons, Michael Penix, and Easton Glenn, you have two really good guys. Well, a good starter, good backup. Probably not. Brock Purdy, definitely not. Jackson Dart, I'd hope not. Trevor Lawrence, hope not. Obviously, the Jets, they already took, but they have their guy, Julian Cochran. Jared Goff, getting up there in age, definitely not going to rule it out. Jordan Love, probably not. Hope not. Bryce Young, probably not. Drake May, probably not. Sorry, Clemens, I would hope they don't take a quarterback. Lamar Jackson, obviously not. Cliff Gregory, no. Seahawks. Sam Darnold, he has a 3-year deal, so I probably wouldn't. But, I mean, if you can get an upgrade. Steelers, no. Texans, no. Titans, assuming you're re-signing Cam Ward, no. And then J.J. McCarthy, no. Okay. So we kind of know our teams. Broncos got Bo Nix, so they shouldn't. They go D-tackle. Keyshawn Davis. Bears, Caleb Williams, they shouldn't. Jay Schultz, right edge. Ravens, they got Lamar. Jaden Weber, I believe that name is. Jaden Wilbur, D-tackle. Cardinals, this is the first team where it's like, okay, they definitely could. Kyler Murray getting up there in age. And they do. And they take Chandler Bayless. Who was he? He was the round 1 guy. He's Rashad Jackson and Chad Hogan. Definitely going to look at these two. See which one I obviously prefer more. Hopefully, one of them falls to me. It looks like Chad Hogan is way better. Maybe not. Rashad Jackson kind of pulling it back very seldomly. I definitely think it's ultimately, I don't think it matters too much. If one of them falls to me, one of them falls to me. That's kind of who I'm looking at. The Saints, I don't think they should. They take Kyrie Kingsbury. Texans, don't think they should. Wide receiver Brandon Bradham. Seahawks, they could. I wouldn't if I'm them. They do anyway, though. Bradley Davis. Well, Rashad Jackson and Chad Hogan are still available, so that's good for us. Hopefully we don't have to trade up, because looking at this, all these other teams, unless the Packers are looking to move on from Jordan Love, Like, you got Zaire Comas, he just drafted 6 overall last year. You got the Patriots with Drake May, Chargers with Justin Herbert, Chiefs with Patrick Mahomes. We shouldn't have to trade up. Keon Brewer, wide receiver for them. Alfonso Taylor, wide receiver for them. Eddie Smart, cornerback for the Chargers. Nathan Collins, cornerback for the Chiefs. So we're guaranteed one of them, even if the Packers do. They go left edge, Dylan Riley, though. This sucks because this now means, the decision's on us. And we're obviously not going to trade down. That just feels like it's a cheap move to do. So Rashad Jackson. He's projected top 5. He's 23 years old. Decent speed, decent. Looks like he has some mobility, not a lot. 23, though, compared to 21-year-old Chad Hogan, I think could be the difference maker. Great, good. Very pocket passer-esque for Chad Hogan. So that's my concern for him, is Chad Hogan is a pocket passer. He does not have any mobility to him whatsoever. We were a team who liked to run the ball with the quarterback a lot last year. It was a very good safety blanket. Will Levis obviously was a very big ground game guy. But is it Rashad Jackson better? Throw power is elite. Strength is elite. So he has a cannon on him. Great, good. I'm going to make the decision. We're going to take... Well, hold on. One last thing. We're going to take Rashad Jackson. Is going to be our hopeful quarterback of the future. Rashad Jackson. Predicted 38, took him at 14. Definite reach. Hidden depth, though, so that's what matters. Speed, 79. Pretty good for a quarterback. Definitely a guy who is mobile, but not scrambler. He is that guy who, if we need him to, scramble, get out of a pickle, we can. But he shouldn't be a guy who we have to rely on that too much for, hopefully. Because obviously, it's just like a safety blanket. We obviously don't want him to scramble. So that's our pick, Rashad Jackson. Welcome to the team. Hopefully, he'll be the quarterback of our future. And one pick later, the Browns select Chad Hogan. All right. We'll see if we made the right choice. Chad Lauderdale, the guy we were projected to take, goes 16th to the Jaguars. 17th, we see a left tackle, Jake Jackson, going to the Cowboys. 18, the Buccaneers are going to take cornerback Cedric Knighton. 19, Colts, Kasim Adams, I think that says, left tackle. And rounding out the top 20, the Miami Dolphins, they're going to take left tackle Connor Donald. 21, Jake in Newhouse, Sam, linebacker. Panthers, Elijah Metcalf, Sam, linebacker. Bengals at 23, left tackle Ethan Thomas. 49ers at 24. Zach Huggins, left tackle. So, looks like this was a really good or really desperate D tackle in the left tackle class. Sam, linebacker. Emmett Spencer for the Vikings. Steelers, they're going to select Evan Douglas, left tackle. 27, the Lions, left tackle Bryce McCutcheon. These left tackles they're going like hotcakes. Josh Leva, tight end for the Titans. I haven't seen that many skill positions go. We saw, a little tiny run with, the Texans at 7, Rams at 9, Patriots at 10, but the next one we see is a tight end. Obviously, left guard, I didn't even talk about that. Ramon Alvarez for the Giants. The Bills, the final pick before us, they select Jamie Underwood, cornerback. So we do have multiple first-round picks, obviously. Who do we want to take? Got some round 1 for 2 guys, a round 2 for 3 receiver. We got a Sam, we got JD Wiener, can't forget about that. We got Jason Biddle, Jordan Dodson. I don't think we take Julian Roseman. I don't think we take a Sam personally. I don't know who our Sam is. We don't have one. Max Crosby, I mean, he's 31 years old. 2 years left on his deal. I think with this pick, when do we pick again? We pick late. I think we are probably going to take Jason Biddle. B-50, took him at 31. Only normal dev, definitely sucks. But he has 2 years to develop behind Max Crosby. And with the final pick of the first round, the Philadelphia Eagles are going to select. We can't see it. We're going to have to look in the top right to see it. Joel Coleman, a free safety out of Wisconsin. All right, so kicking off round 2. We're just going to advance to our user pick. No one we're really interested in going after. Looks like there was actually a good amount of positions, skill positions, receivers, running backs, saw it all. There is still Lamont Golden and Bryson Brown available. All the players who we fully scouted, we know obviously, they're all gone. Could get Justin Connor, maybe around 3 for 4 receiver. Taylor Strait, maybe. There's also Ben Tovar. We're not going to draft these guys, obviously. Jake Gray, well, not with this pick. Looking for any position we know. We do know edge. Only 2 guys. Robbie Andrews and Tyrone Jenkins. Jenkins is a scheme fit. Gotta remember that. We could potentially get Donald Taft. Round 3 for 4 guy. Like no one good for that. Cornerback, unfortunately, not anyone. Unless we were to just take a flyer. But there is also Derek Mack, Denzel Clark. I mean, for all these guys we don't know, they all look, well, actually we know. Alan Mayo. I mean, they all look pretty solid. Nothing special. Max Dunn I actually really like a lot. Could potentially look at something like that. Safety, I don't think we have any scouting on. Nope. And then kicker punter we obviously aren't going to. I mean, Donald Taft is really like the only player I'm looking at that I like. Not exactly a big positional need, but I think we're going to take him. 112 took him at 62. Not a great pick. Normal dev. 21 years old. We have back-to-back picks. I didn't even notice that. We're probably just going to trade away this pick. We'll get a second-round pick from the Browns in the future draft. Second and a fourth. Second and fifth. So we're looking at the line so far. So we pretty much choose between the Lions and the Falcons. Who we think is going to have the worst year? The Lions just lost Jahmyr Gibbs, so we're going to take the Lions. They just lost Aiden Hutchinson. And they take wide receiver Max Barnett. And Eagles, ending round 2, are going to select Drew Mack, cornerback. This is where I do think we're probably going to take corner. Demetrius Ivory, safety. I'm looking at cornerback at this point now. I mean, there's still quarterbacks here, but we have so many. It doesn't make sense to take another one. I mean, I did say I liked Max. Was it Max Dunn? It was. We're going to take the flyer on Max Dunn. I really like the way he looks. He's ranked 42, get him at 66. Normal dev, but that's okay. I like that pick a lot. Both quarterbacks still here, by the way. I mean, do we take a flyer on a D tackle? Maybe. I do think we could get a D tackle. We definitely aren't, out of the clear on that yet. I mean, Ken Morris and Aiden McCann look really good. I think we take Aiden McCann here. He's ranked 98, took him at 95, so a bit of a reach, but not too much. Aiden Dev, good pick. I'm proud of that pick. We finally see the quarterbacks go. They were second and third picks in the fourth round. That's got to suck, being round 1 projected to see yourself all the way to the fourth round. Imagine Shador Sanders much. But, I mean, there is still one quarterback, Zach Newkirk, we definitely could go after, but I don't see a reason to change our positions. I think we've gone after the guys we probably wanted to. I think maybe we get a guy like Ben Tover, scheme fit. I don't even see Ben Tover. Am I stupid? Was he not a corner? He's a receiver. Plus, I love his name. Ben Tover, bent over. I mean, welcome to the team. Or... Can we afford to trade down, I wonder? Well, he's projected to go at 176. Like, there's still plenty of guys ahead of him. where Denzel Clark is not. What pick could I net for this? 30, 60, 90, 128. Seahawks pick is pretty early. Ravens is even earlier. But they're asking straight up. I don't want to do a straight up. I want a compensation pick. Why, like, I could try to Jaguar. I ultimately think we're going to go ahead and get the guy we want. Ben Tover. Go ahead, grab him. 130, took him at 127. Normal dev. Advance us into the 5th round. And just pray they don't take our cornerback. Mateo Cabero. And then I think we're probably looking at Chicago. Is who we want to trade up with. And Denzel Clark already won. Okay, well that makes life so much easier. We don't get him anyway. For any players we know. Could get Zach Newkirk still. We could get some more edge rushers. We just took 2 of them though. I don't know if we need even more. Because these guys, I mean, let's be honest, they're going to be practice squad guys. They're not going to make an impact. Oh, fuck, man. What is the move? I don't know. I definitely, like, I mean, he's a scheme fit. Like, we don't know anything about him, so I don't even know how. Well, I guess we do. Because this is, like, since we're... Let me just go ahead and scroll to D tackle. This is how we confirm this. Oh, he was not D tackle. Whoops, he was edge rusher. Where do we pick again, though? We just take a flyer on, like, a position, hope they be good. We don't really have much of a free safety. I mean, we could maybe look at, like, Blake Bullock's. Or there's another free safety I see up there. Some day free guys. Charles Burgess. I actually really do like Howie Young. I mean, he gets better over time. Or he starts out horrible and just kind of progressively gets better. No one else is really good, though. Like, maybe you look at Blake Bullock's, he's just very consistent. I think we'll probably take Blake Bullock's. They're clapping, they like it. 182, 159, not terrible. And then we do have multiple 7th round picks we got to remember as well. Probably look at our running back, see if we're able to find a diamond or rough guy. Obviously, we know power back. They always seem to look good. But we don't want a power back. All right, and that may very well cost me. Ezekiel Alford. I definitely really do like how he's looking so far. We're going to take him. Ezekiel Alford, welcome to the team. 75 took him at 191. That's a good pick. We do not want fashion advice from him, however. Oh my goodness, that looks hideous. Hidden Dead, though. Good pick. And to take us to round number 7, the final one, we get Zach Strong, running back. We're kind of just at the point now. We're 7th rounder. We're throwing shit to the wall and hoping it sticks. So I reckon we take an O lineman. Probably get an actual right tackle because we don't have one. I mean, you look decent. Matias Estrada. Let's scroll over some more. Yeah, we're taking you. Welcome to the team, Matias Estrada. Oh, they don't sound happy about that. 267, 206. Guys, it's the 7th round. You guys don't even know these players' names. You just saw the position. It was like, what the fuck? You take a player we know. Like, we know you're undrafted. Take Mateo Aguirre, maybe? Because, I mean, all these other guys are... I actually don't mind Darius Allison. I mean, it's a 7th round pick, so, like, who knows? Right? What kind of player is he? Does it tell me? Slow guy. Looks like a very jump ball-esque receiver. Hmm. All right, we're going to take Trent Sparrow. Side, we're taking a tight end. 272, 223. Outrageous. And to end the draft, the Eagles take Julian Thorpe. I think I saw something close to that. Well, we're going to find out. Saying Philadelphia selection. Jared Thorpe, Mike linebacker out of Boise. All right. We got some retirements to go over. Rico Dowdle. No one signed him, it looks like. If that's the case, I don't want to play. Fair enough. New rookie class has joined the team. Ignore the numbers for now. We're going to go ahead and change those numbers. Welcome to your new home, Rashad. We have big plans for you. Thanks, Coach. It's an honor to be part of this organization. Looking forward to the opportunity of potentially being the leader of this offense. Okay, we're only an hour in. We still have another. Get up to speed, because you're going to be. And I hope it's not going to keep saying that, because you're the plan is for you, assuming, all good. You're to be the starting quarterback, which 74 overall. And then Jason Biddle, 74 overall. Was he normal? He was. Okay, so that's actually really good that, he's that high overall normal. Donald Taft, 70, definitely sucks. 74 for Max Dunn, normal. Okay. Aiden McCann, 71 hidden. That's actually good. Ben Tover, 69. Nice. Blake Bullocks, 67 normal. So we actually nailed this draft. And then our 7th round picks don't really matter too much. So, yeah. Am I able to edit players from here? I am. We gotta make sure we don't actually look at their numbers. I think I'm gonna, or not their numbers, their depth traits. I think I gotta go over to ratings or whatever. So the numbers available. Which I'm gonna be honest, I actually forgot to do. I need to change first and foremost. Is it where's NFL rosters at? Okay, so we're gonna go by position, but I also want to make sure I change the like Carlos Santos, 71. I mean, I think we signed some O line. Their numbers don't really matter. Like 57, yeah. 92, I can actually get behind that. 91, I can also get behind with Patrick Jones. 96, and yeah, that's fine. D tackle, 64. It's good for now, suppose. DeAndre Hughes we signed 44. That works. D Winters 41. We signed. Who was the other cornerback we signed? Kytrell Clark, number 30. That works. And I don't think we signed anyone else. Okay, time to actually look at these rookies' numbers. Had to make sure the guys we brought in for free agency had good numbers. Don't want a D tackle wearing number 0, obviously. Rashad Jackson, number 11. Not against it. I definitely do want to see what the other numbers look like, though. Number 9. Tyree Wilson's number. Number 5. Number 1. Man, I really do like how number 1 looks on him. I also actually like 9. And then also 19 is an option. I mean, that's the best of both worlds, in my opinion. We like how number 1 looks. We like how number 9 looks. So let's give him 19. It's good. That's the number we're picking. It is a quarterback number. You don't see many wear it. I actually can't think of a single quarterback who's starting who wears 19. Last starting QB to wear. I misspelled wear. Hold on. Wear 19. I mean, Johnny Unitas wore it. Joe Montana, while on the Chiefs, wore it. I mean, they're allowed to wear. Apparently 19 wasn't allowed to be worn. I did not know that. I assumed quarterbacks were allowed to wear 19, and people just chose not to. But I guess quarterbacks actually weren't allowed to wear 19. So that's crazy. I mean, I assumed it was 1 through 19 the whole time. 92 for Jason Biddle. I like it. Well, he can keep it. Donald Taft, number 96. Ooh, I love that. Gives me Jared Allen vibes. Max Dunn, 31. Not not opposed to it, but I do want to definitely see. I really like 23 on him. We're gonna give him 23. Will he even play? He's 74, so he should maybe make the team. Well, he will make the team for sure. Aiden McCann, 64. I'm gonna be honest. I do not like 64 as a D tackle. I think D tackles are the definition of 90s, but there is no 90 number. They can wear these numbers too. I like 70. You can walk 70. '60 gives off more O-line vibes. Bent over, 88. I'm not opposed to it. I don't think he necessarily fits that kind. When I think of 88, I think of jump ball, where I oh he has normal dev. Okay, good. Whew, I was worried. Like, where's catching traffic? 70 fine catching. Where's like isn't jump ball an option? Or is it just jumping? Jumping 81. Spectacular catch 80. I mean, he definitely could fit the role. Ooh, whoa. Continue editing. Whoopsie. Only 11's available. You know what? Yeah, just keep 88. Feel like it's easier that way. Okay, so we're halfway through. Blake Bullocks. This is kind of where the picks don't matter. 35. I like it, yeah. They go fit. Ezekiel Alford. Hopefully he can make an impact. Number 16. Ooh, I hate that number for a running back, but I love the energy it carries with him. I'm going to keep it. Matias Estrade, 79. That's fine. You're a 7th round pick, so I could care less about you. And Trent Sparrow, 85. Good numbers. Good job. I like all these numbers. Think we're all good. Last thing, however, I want to do was, first, Advanced Week, which is going to be the end of the episode. We're not going to do preseason. That's going to be its whole separate stream, which means these little storylines as well. Also going to be their own little thing. But I do want to go over to the depth charts, and I do want to organize the lineup. So, at quarterback, Rashad Jackson is going to get the start with Wes Agnew getting the backups, Bradley Feldman getting the first string. Sorry, John Mellon. Running back, Ashton Jeanty getting the start, Jerome Ford, Ezekiel Alford, followed by Sergio Lowell. Sorry, Brett Bunkley. Sorry, Khalil Ridley. Looking at fullback, we shouldn't have one, but yeah, D'Angelo Favors can have it. Wide receiver, Demario Douglas, Jack Besh, Dante Ford, Monte Litton. We're going to actually give it to Ben Tover and then Von Hill. Tight end is fine. Trent Sparrow is probably going to be a practice squad guy for his first few years. Left tackle should be good. Carlos Santos, Colton Miller. Left guard, Jose Wallace. Max Thigpen. Center, Caleb Rogers. Najee Denard. Right guard, JPJ. Nate Sellers. Swear, didn't we sign 2 guards or sign 1, draft 1? Am I wrong? I guess I'm wrong. And then right tackle should be Charles Grant. Moved him over. Has Matias Estrade as the backup. I guess. Why not? Sure. Oh, it was center we got multiple of, wasn't it? Is it? No? Guess I'm wrong. Max Crosby's going to get the start, followed by Jason Biddle. Patrick Jones there at the free spot. We'll see if he even makes the team. And then right edge, Jarius Easley, Bo Richter, Donald Taft. Defensive tackle, we got Eddie Kirkland getting the start. Jonathan Culp, he's back and healthy. Jared Frazier, Leaky Fotu, Tonka Hemingway. Sorry for guys like Aiden McCann. Or honestly, we're going to give him the start over Tonka Hemingway. Get him in there early. Sam, shouldn't matter. It's literally Gavin Andrews, Stevie Meadows. Definitely not the greatest position, but I don't think we actually use Sam, so it's fine. Kobe Dean, DeAndre Hughes, Devin White works for me. Will, Matt Royster, D. Winters, and Cody Lindenberg. Cornerbacks is going to be Darian Porter, Isaac Ford, Kalen Robinson. We'll throw Max Dunn at the 4. Unfortunately for Kentrell Clark, I don't think he's going to make this team. Because we're going to give Richardson the 5. Because I would much rather have the Cameron Richardson, a guy who I know. Granted, he isn't the best cornerback, but he is a superb, top of the line, cream of the crop special teams player. Oops, we skipped free safety. We'll do strong safety first, I guess. Kyle Hamilton, Antonio Johnson should only be those two. Free safety, we got Ronnie Hickman, Christopher Smith, and then Blake Bullocks now. Kicker should be Carlson, obviously. Punter is going to be A.J. Cole. And then long snap, we already know. Jacob Bobenmeyer. Kick returner, still going to be Sergio Lowell, with Max Dunn also getting reps. Love to see that. But Monte Lynn there at the 3, we can't forget about him. He's actually been a really good returner for us. So then it's going to be the same lineup as well. Kickoff starter, shouldn't matter. Third down running back, all this should be fine. Gadget, should be fine. Power halfback, should be fine. Slot receiver, works for me. It's all works. Still works. Still works. Still works. Knew that. All right. And there we go. That should be the team for the preseason. We'll obviously probably end up checking anyway come next, not episode, because these don't count as episodes. These are little like mini breaks in the series that are canon, I guess, that have to happen. Hi, Evie. You made it through a whole episode, didn't you? Well, I just said it's not an episode, a whole stream. Proud of you, girl. All right. But that is going to do it for this stream of Raiders franchise. In the next stream, we're going to go through all 3 preseason games. It's the same thing that we normally do for the episodes where we're just going to watch the games in those little in between normal and slow sim things. Yeah. And then we're going to obviously cut down to our 53-man roster and our practice squad guys, which, I mean, we have 72 players. Only 53 can make the team, 12 practice squads. So we theoretically, 65. So only a few guys are going to have to actually lose their jobs. Granted, if you're a practice squad, you're pretty much there. But without any more delay, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. I certainly had a great time. In the next episode, I already talked about it. We're doing the preseason. And I will see you guys next time. The plan is for it to be tomorrow, Saturday. But we'll see before the playoffs start. Bye. Hope you enjoyed.